Welcome to Trendverse by Uzma Amin, your destination for the latest trends in AI, online earning, blogging, finance, technology, and future skills. If you want to stay ahead, learn smarter, and grow faster in the digital world, you're in the right place. Subscribe to join our growing community. Like and share to support valuable content. Turn on notifications so you never miss what's next. Let's learn, earn, and grow together.
Ever wondered if you could use the skills you already have to earn a pretty decent income all online? Well, today we're diving deep into the world of online tutoring, and we're going to focus on one of the biggest names out there, Preply. We'll break down exactly how it works, what you can make, and how you can get started. So let's get right to the big question, the one everyone's thinking about. Can you really make good money doing this? I mean, some sources are throwing around numbers like $30 an hour or even more. That's a really attractive number. So is it for real? Let's find out. All right, so what's the verdict from our sources? Well, the short answer is yeah, a pretty clear yes. This kind of money is possible, and it's especially true for tutors working from places like India, who can connect with a global student base. So for the next couple of minutes, we're going to unpack exactly how that works and give you the full playbook. Okay, first things first. Before we talk about money, we need to know what we're dealing with. So what exactly is Preply? Think of Preply as a huge online marketplace. It's basically a bridge that connects people who want to learn something with people who can teach it. It's like a giant global classroom that completely ignores geography, which is pretty cool for both students and teachers. And here's where the flexibility really shines. You're not just stuck teaching English or math. No, if you're an expert in it, you can probably teach it, and you get to set your own price. Plus, and this is a big one, it's a global platform. That means you could be sitting in India, teaching someone in the US or Europe, and tapping into totally different markets. So let's say you're intrigued. What does it actually take to get set up and start teaching? Let's walk through the actual process. Getting started is surprisingly simple. It really boils down to 4 main steps. First, you create your account. Then you build out your profile with a good photo and a quick 2-minute intro video. And trust me, that video is your digital handshake. It's super important. After that, you just list what you teach and how much you charge. And once that's all done, you're live. Students can find you, book you, and just like that, you're an online tutor. Now, it sounds almost too easy, right? But hold on. There is one really, really important detail about the money side of things that you absolutely have to know before you dive in. And it's all about how Preply's commission works. Yeah, you are seeing that number correctly, 100%. Now, I know what you're thinking, but what does that actually mean? Because the details here, well, they're everything. Okay, so here's the deal, and it's crucial. For the very first lesson, that trial lesson you have with any new student, Preply takes a 100% commission. The best way to think about it is like a finder's fee. They're connecting you with a brand new, potentially long-term student. You just have to be aware of it going in. But, and this is a big but, after that first lesson, the story completely changes. The commission drops way down to somewhere between 18 and 33%. So for every single lesson after that first one, you're keeping the vast majority of what you earn. The real name of the game here is to build up a base of regular, repeat students. All right, so we've got the commission figured out. Now let's get to the really exciting part. The reason we're all here, the money. What can you realistically expect to make on Preply? So there's a pretty clear path here. When you're just starting out building your reputation, you're probably going to be in that $5 to $15 an hour range. But as you get more experience, as those positive reviews start rolling in, that rate can climb a lot. We're talking top tutors pulling in $40 an hour or even more. And just to put that into perspective, our source paints a really clear picture. Even if you're just doing this part-time, say 10 hours a week, that could easily add up to an extra $500 a month. Imagine what happens when you start building a solid base of students. The potential is definitely there. See, this is really the engine that drives your growth on the platform. The more great reviews you get, the higher up you'll appear when students search. And the more regular students you have, the more stable and predictable your income becomes. It's a system that's built to reward quality and consistency. Okay, so how do you go from being a beginner to a top earner? How do you speed up that process? Well, our source lays out a pretty clear 4-point plan for success. Here's your checklist to really maximize what you earn. First, that intro video we talked about, it needs to look professional and make you seem confident. It builds trust right away. Second, remember you're teaching people all over the world, so being flexible with your hours opens you up to way more students. Third, specialize. Don't try to teach everything. Become a go-to expert in one or two subjects that are in high demand, and you can charge more. And finally, be fast. When a potential student messages you, reply quickly. It can literally be the difference between getting the job or not.
Okay, we've covered what Preply is, how you get started, and how you can succeed. So let's wrap this up. What's the final takeaway from all this?
The bottom line is this. Preply is presented as a totally legitimate and viable way to earn money online by teaching. Yes, that 100% commission on the first lesson is a big deal, but the overall potential to build a flexible, steady income is very, very real, especially for anyone who wants to be part of this global workforce. And that kind of leaves us with a bigger question to chew on, doesn't it? As these global digital classrooms get bigger and more popular, connecting a teacher in one country with a student halfway across the planet, what does that tell us about where education is heading, and maybe even about the future of work itself?